Why is audience feedback important to the process of creating a media text? As you are creating a product for the public, you need to make sure that people actually like the thing you're creating. By gathering feedback, you can see what they like and or dislike about your product. Through this praise/criticism, I have been able to change my magazine to make sure the audience is more likely to consume my texts. What kind of audience research did you conduct? What are the pros and cons of each method? I gathered my audience feedback through a questionnaire or online interview, which meant it cost nothing to make and I could easily distribute it through my social media. I got 45 responses for my original questionnaire and 17 responses for my ancillary questionnaire. The problem with this is that there was a large difference between the numbers of people answering each questionnaire. However, there were correlations and similarities between the answers. The problems with conducting questionnaire-based research is that people can lie very easily about what they say, potentially either taking the good participant role, response to the research in a positive way, or lying about the response to make the creator feel/look good, or the negative participation role, to which they respond harshly and or lie about how good they think the magazine is. This discredits all of the findings, as people aren't likely to give very honest responses. A pro of this method is that it's quick, cheap, and very easy to gather results. If you post it on social media, you can gather a lot of results very, very quickly. It's a lot less time consuming than using face-to-face interviews or focus groups. What did you learn from your audience feedback and how did it influence the construction of your products as well as the final production pieces? I learned that there was a lot of conflicted opinions about my colour scheme, with a lot of people liking it and a lot of people hating it. A lot of people liked the fonts I chose and my skills of being able to cut out the shape of my model's head to place it on top of the masthead and cell line. I also learned that these favourites of the magazine were also disliked by some of the respondents. I had a lot of conflicting answers, with every negative being someone else's positive and vice versa. It was all a matter of personal taste as opposed to something that was consistently wrong with it. What did you learn about the process of audience feedback? If you had to conduct an audience research in the future, what would you do differently? I learnt that questionnaires are frustrating, especially when it comes to not being able to ask people more in-depth questions based on their answers to previous questions. I would maybe do a focus group or a face-to-face interview next time to maybe gather more information, as I can ask follow-up questions. I would also maybe ask more questions in the questionnaire to get very detailed responses as to why people like/dislike the thing on my magazine.